Hey there! Thanks for taking the time to check out BattleCON Devastation, our newest game. Because we have gone over the $60,000 stretch goal for Devastation, we've committed to produce a second game, Disc Duelers. Now, Disc Duelers is in the same theme and the same world as BattleCON, but it has a very different feel to it. If BattleCON were a Street Fighter, then Disc Duelers is going to be your Super Smash Brothers. It's a no-holds-barred, grab your opponent, throw them into the wall, use the terrain, use the items, anything goes type of duel. And the game is a multiplayer game. It plays 2 to 6 players, and there are over 50 characters in the box. This is not even all the characters. There's like about 12, 13 more than this that are going to be in the final box. And this is a standalone game that comes in its own box that is a completely separate product, or that you can add onto your pledge. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the gameplay and how you can get it. So at the start of the game, you're going to take these character cards, and you are going to draft off a team of characters between 3 and 5 players, depending on how many people are at the table. And you're going to set up some terrain. I like to use these wooden blocks, but you can use boxes, you can use cups, lamps, whatever is on hand, and set up a table of terrain. And then all the discs are going to be set up onto the terrain by basically throwing them out, and then the battle starts. And on your turn, you'll choose a character and you'll activate it and take a turn with that character. During the turn, you can move, you can attack, you can use items, and you can use your character's special power. Each character has a number of attacks, which is the red number here, a number of moves that they can make, and some kind of special power. For example, Voko here makes 1 attack, 2 moves, and is able to, after he defeats an opponent, revive that opponent and then make a move and an attack with them. And he can chain this together if he can kill multiple opponents in a single round. Runika, who fights with her giant golem here, can actually, at the end of her move, throw her hand down on the table and whack everybody who is underneath the area of effect. So all the characters have a really wildly different type of play style, and the different teams allow you to set up different tactics, and also the gear that you can pick up allows you to use a lot of different types of attacks and tactics. So on your turn, when you're moving a character, you can move by basically just flicking them around the table. During an attack, if you hit an opponent, you do damage to the opponent, but if you hit a wall, you'll take damage. The reverse is true when moving. When you move, you can hit walls to get around, no problem. But if you hit a character while you move, then you'll take damage. So you can use your moves to set up a different attack, and then finally perform the attack to knock your opponent out and to get a safe place. If you hit your opponent into walls, or if you hit them off the table completely, you'll do extra damage. So that's kind of the core to Disc Duelers. But there's more to it. You can play with a lot of different play variants that we've included in the box. There's a volleyball game where you'll take one of the neutral discs and you'll have to kick it over to your opponent's side, and they have to kick it back and forth, all the while using your special powers. There is a soccer variant where you're going to take a neutral disc and try and move it down the field to your opponent's goal. And we're working on a boss mode where a bunch of players, a whole team of players, maybe 10, 15 discs, will fight against one giant boss disc. So all this is going in the box in Disc Duelers. And you can add this onto your pledge just by adding $35 on top of the whatever pledge tier you're currently at. And if you want international shipping on it, you'll need to add $50 instead. It's a bit heavy with all this wood and stuff. So that's Disc Duelers. I hope that you'll check it out. Thank you so much for becoming a part of Devastation, making this game a reality as well as that game. And I wish you all happy gaming, and thanks so much for becoming a part of these projects.